Hey everyone, and welcome back to Shades of Sasha. So this first part is just me explaining some of the customization that I decided to do to my unit. It wasn't as full as I would like her to be, so what I did was I had a few extra bundles, so I only added one bundle towards the back of the unit. And the quickest way to do this method that I've seen and that I've done and I like is I just go through, I part it, and then I hot glue the extra bundles to my unit. So all of the spaces that have gaps, that is exactly where I'm adding the extra bundles. At some point, the longer I have the unit, I will actually add more bundles to it, but for one bundle, I think this did a really good job. Now, the items that I showed in the beginning were to bleach my closure. And I actually over processed mine, and I wanted to show this method for someone, if this happens to you, how you can fix this. So this is actually an eyebrow pencil, and what I'm doing is using the spoolie portion of it, dipping it in black dye, and then I'm just going through my closure and just making sure I take my time. This is how I did it, but there is another method you can do, which is just doing the water dye method or the watercolor method. You're just going to boil some hot water, put the black dye in it, and dip your closure or your frontal, if it's over processed, in that color that you wanted to take. So that method is obviously a lot faster than this specific method. However, this is the method that I did for this one. And yeah, just make sure you watch your wig as you're processing it, because we don't want to end up in this situation. So after everything is done, the application process is very simple. All I do is I just put my wig cap on, I put my wig on, and I'm just going to make sure that I line it up in the center because I'm going for a middle part. I think the best thing about a closure wig is that you can shift it to whatever side is it that you want to have your part in. And then I'm just gonna tie my hair back. Just make sure that I clear the space of my closure to just make sure that it's clean for when I'm putting the spray on my unit. So with my application method, I decided that I didn't want to use glue. You can use glue if you want to, but I decided to use the Ebin spray, which is the red bottle that I went for instead of the yellow one, just to spray the surface of where I want my closure to lay. And then I'm just gonna tie my hair up and just let it dry. I don't do anything. Once I tie my hair up, I literally just leave it. I let it do what it's supposed to be doing. And then I'm just gonna take it off and then cut my closure to make sure that it's just as seamless as it possibly can. You don't have to do this next step that I will be doing, but I know I wanted to do it. I will just go in with my closure and actually take out hairs to make it lay and look as realistic as possible. I would just go with my pressed powder and just making sure I did it to the part, just to make sure it blends as seamlessly as I want it to blend. But like I said, all of this part, like, you don't necessarily have to do it, but it's part of my process of whenever I do my wig. So that's pretty much all I did. And then just stay tuned as I go over the specs and everything of the unit. And the only thing, because in the review I did say I didn't do anything to the unit, this is the only thing I did. I literally just straightened the hair, but I just did one pass. I didn't continue to go over it. I just did it the one time because I just wanted to see what I was going to be working with. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Shades of Sasha. If you're new, take a seat, put your crown on, and welcome to the gang. And if you're already part of the gang, what's good, baby? So let's jump into the specs of her, because she's built for $95.99 and the total price was $104.51. That's basically what I paid for the tax that was collected and everything when everything came. So as I showed y'all before, and if not, I'll just show it right now. I did bleach my knots, and I went in and did that because I just felt like it needed to, and I'll come closer so you guys can see. I feel like I just needed to have a little bit more tweaking to it because it just wasn't doing exactly what I wanted it to. And then I did go in and I added some bundles that I did have to make it fuller. I am feeling how full it is. This is the type of hair that I am gonna say is for my more simplistic, like I just want something that's really good, ready to go type of person. Like this is not something that I feel like if you like the color, the razzle dazzle, you know, like all those stuff, then this might not be something for you. But I do definitely feel that everyone should have a classic black wig in their closet. Like I just feel like you just need to have a subtle classic black wig in your closet, whether that be this type where it's just like, yes, you told me to show to dinner and maybe I'm gonna break up with you right now, so I just need to look as, you know, as seamless as I can. Or it's like, you know, I gotta go to work, corporate America, like whatever the case may be, like 9 to 5, like something and go. I just feel like it's a classic vibe. So for me, when it comes to price, like I said, if something is 100 and over, usually I will not on my channel say, oh, I definitely recommend for you to get this, because I just feel like when it gets to some type of pricing, affordability may not be, you know, $100 for a person. Like that might be too much. So I'm just not going to say I'm gonna definitely recommend. However, when it comes to price, she is 20 inches, by the way. I just want to say that because I was like, oh, I didn't say how much inches she was. She is 20 and she's a Brazilian straight. Personally, when it comes to a certain price, I'm not going to definitely recommend. I do, however, feel like this is a great price. I think this is a great price for a great unit. The hair is super soft. There isn't much shedding. There's no tangling at all, like at all. And honestly, I didn't do anything. Once I washed the hair and after I put the hair in, like added the extra tracks and everything, I didn't do anything. Like I didn't curl it, I just didn't do anything because I just wanted to see her in just the entirety of what it is. And so she gives me a classic vibe where it's like, clench your pearls. So when it comes to the texture feel of the unit, I'm definitely gonna give it a 9. I really do love how the unit feels. I love how it looks. It has a nice luster to it that's also just soft and subtle, and I really do love the color. When it comes to packaging, they usually send their stuff in this specific bag, and I do like the extra little goodies that they gave inside of it. I think it's a unique touch. It's something nice that companies do when they do that. I just really, y'all know, I have to think for boxes. Like I want to feel like I'm getting a present anytime I receive a gift. Like yeah, because it's a gift if I buy it. Yeah, I don't care. My wallet is telling me, and this is what we need to stop. So I have to say it's a gift. And because they did this, I'm gonna give it a 7 because I do like that it's just not like in a black bag or just shipped to you. However, I just really feel like, you know, the boxes just be doing it for me. So pretty much overall, that's how I feel about the unit. I genuinely do love it. I really love how just like simplistic she looks, but she's just giving exactly what she needs to give. When it comes to the only problem I am gonna say, I hope y'all can see it, but there's just like little flyaways, and usually what I would do is go in with my flyaway tamer just to control that. But I think it's just kind of like that little frizziness flyaway thing that bugs me. Like that's the only thing I would say that bothers me. But anything else, like she's just here. Like this is her. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, and thank you guys so much for watching the video, and stay tuned for the next video.